YouTube, welcome back to the channel. Today is Friday, October 29th, 2021, and I hope y'all are safe and healthy. And for today's build video, we're going to take a look at a top tier SMG build that I consider to be a meta build. I consider it to be a meta build because this can compete with any build in the dark zone, and it's just as strong, just as viable. Now, I actually have two variants of this build, and both are great. One is focused more on armor damage, and the other one is focused more on crit damage. So we're going to start with variant 1, which is the armor damage variant. So without further ado, let's get to the gameplay. YouTube, roll the clips.
Needed. Boost online.
Alright guys, let's break down the build. As you can see, we are running the firewall specialization where you're using the Lady Death exotic SMG with a military M870 for our secondary. We're running 4-piece of Hunter's Fury and then 2-piece of Walker and Harris Company with Intimidate and Adrenaline Rush, and we've got 1.5 million armor. Here is a look at the specialization tree. As mentioned, we are running the firewall specialization mostly for that striker shield and for the med kit. It's just too OP not to use in PvP at the moment. For our primary weapon, we are running the Lady Death exotic SMG. The talent on this is Breathe Free, and I'm sure most of you know what this gun does by now, and if you don't, you guys need to get this gun and start using it. It's very OP. I'm not going to read the talent. You guys can pause the video, read it, but like I said, I'm pretty sure most of you know what it does. For our secondary, we use the military M870 shotgun with damage targets out of cover and Optimus as the talent. Moving on to the gear, for our mask, we are running our first piece of Hunter's Fury. I've got armor, critical hit damage, and a critical hit damage mod on this. For the chest piece, we are running the Walker, Harris, and Company chest piece, which gives us the 5% weapon damage. And we've got weapon damage, critical hit chance, critical hit damage with a critical hit damage mod. And the talent we are running is Intimidate, which says, while you have bonus armor, amplifies total weapon damage by 35% to enemies within 10 meters. On the holster, we are running our second piece of Hunter's Fury, and I've got armor and critical hit chance on this, and this is also going to activate the 2-piece talent, which gives us 15% shotgun damage and 15% SMG damage. For the knee pads, this is our third piece of Hunter's Fury, and we've got armor and critical hit damage. This is going to activate the 3-piece bonus, which is 20% armor on kill and 100% health on kill. Moving on to the gloves, this is our fourth and final piece of Hunter's Fury. I've got armor and critical hit chance. This is going to activate the Apex Predator 4-piece bonus, which says enemies within 15 meters receive a debuff, amplifying your weapon damage against them by 20%. It also says killing a debuffed enemy with your weapon disorients other enemies within 5 meters and amplifies weapon damage by 5% for 10 seconds, stacking up to 5 times. And lastly, for the backpack, we are running the named Walker Harris Company backpack, the Matador, which comes with the perfect Adrenaline Rush talent, which says whenever you are within 10 meters of an enemy, gain 23% bonus armor for 5 seconds, stacks up to 3 times. And this is also going to activate the second piece brand bonus, which is the damage to armor, 5%. And I've got weapon damage, critical hit chance with a critical hit damage mod. For our first skill, we are using the Striker Shield, which is exclusive to the Firewall specialization. I just used this for the extra survivability. On our second skill, I like using the Decoy. You can also use the Banshee Pulse or whatever you would like in this spot. Taking a look at the stats, we are setting at 60% critical hit chance, 129 critical hit damage, but where we're making our bread on this build is the 11% armor damage. As you guys saw, I was just melting through players' armor. So that is what this build is for, and we have a 1.5 million armor.
Rogue Stinger Hive detected. Agent down.
The specialization supply drop has been claimed by an ally.
System disrupted. System back online. Rogue Stinger Hive detected. Agent down.
Okay guys, let's take a look at variant number 2. I hope you guys enjoyed the gameplay on it. For this build, we are still running the 4-piece Hunter Fury, and then we are using 2-piece Sokolov, still running Intimidate and Adrenaline Rush. Instead of using the Lady Death, though, we have switched to the Vector with Optimus, and we are still setting at 1.5 million armor. For our specialization, we are still using the Firewall. For our primary, as mentioned, we are using the Vector SBR 9mm. I'm using Optimus. In-Sync would probably be another great talent here. Damage to targets out of cover in the third spot. For the secondaries, we are still using the Military Mate 70 with damage to targets out of cover and Optimus. For the mask, we are using the Hunter's Fury, Armor, and Critical Hit Damage and Critical Hit Damage mod. For our chest piece, we are running the Sokolov chest piece, which gives us 10% SMG damage, and we've got weapon damage, critical hit chance, critical hit damage, and a critical hit damage mod. And we are still using the Intimidate talent. For the holster, our second piece of Hunter's Fury with armor and critical hit chance. This is going to give us the 15% shotgun damage and SMG damage. On the knee pads, Hunter's Fury with armor, critical hit damage. It's going to give us the 20% armor on kill and 100% health on kill. On the gloves, our fourth and final piece of Hunter's Fury with armor and critical hit chance. I'm not going to read the Apex Predator talent. You guys, it does the same thing that it did in Variant 1. On our backpack, we are running the second piece of Sokolov, which gives us the 15% critical hit damage with weapon damage, critical hit damage, critical hit chance, and a critical hit damage mod. Still using Adrenaline Rush. It says whenever you are within 10 meters of an enemy, gain 20% bonus armor for 5 seconds, stacks up to 3 times. Now, you're not going to get as much bonus armor as you did with the Matador, and it's going to be a longer cooldown, but still a great talent. If you don't have a Sokolov, then a Grupo Sombra will do the same exact, has the same exact brand set bonus. Skill 1, still using the Striker Shield. For skill number 2, use whatever you'd like. I prefer the Decoy or the Banshee Pulse. Taking a look at the stats, as you can see, we lost a little bit of critical hit chance, but that's okay. 58 is still not bad. Our critical hit damage jumped up to 149, so that is where this build is going to excel, and then we are still sitting at 1.5 million armor. There you have it, guys. That is my SMG Hunter Fury meta builds. So give those a try. Let me know what you think in the comments. Leave me a like. It really helps. And as always, guys, subscribe for more content. And we will see you guys in the next video.